I've been thinking about Janelle Monáe a lot recently, and not for my usual reasons. She's been on tour promoting a new album, and she released this incredible song in the middle of August that I'm going to talk about later. But I love Janelle Monáe, and I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to gush about her a little. So here are 6 amazing things about Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe Robinson was born in Kansas City, Kansas, December 1st, 1985. She was raised by her mom and her stepfather, who were both working class citizens. From the beginning, she was pretty drawn to the performing arts. She got a scholarship to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. She eventually decided that standardized education wasn't really her thing, and that she really wanted to be writing her own stories in music, instead of staying in a place where she knew had limited roles for her as a black woman. So she dropped out and moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where she worked at Office Depot and performed at local colleges until she met Chuck Lightning and Nate Wonder, a musical duo known as Deep Cotton, who she went on to found the Wonderland Art Society with. Wonderland Art Society is a collective of musicians based in Atlanta, which right now includes Janelle Monáe, Jidenna, Deep Cotton, Saint Beauty, and Roman John Arthur. It started out as an imprint, which is basically all of the branding of a record label without doing the business or legal kind of stuff that a record label does. In 2013, Monáe started turning it into a record label, and it's doing really well. They recently teamed up with Epic Records, which is a division of Sony Music Entertainment, which is kind of a big deal. I never found an exact date for when Wonderland was created, but I know it has to be at least as old as her first album, Metropolis, which came out in 2007. Which means that she was 21 when she released it, and she was even younger when she came up with Wonderland. That's just so cool. Monáe is an eclectic artist, which is one of the reasons that I love her. But I think there are 2 things that really bind her music together. Number 1, she brings a tremendous amount of energy and passion into everything that she does. She's loud and showy and weird and bouncing off the walls and pouring her heart out, and when you listen to her music or you watch her perform, you feel exhausted and energized at the same time. At the very least, her music makes you want to dance. And number 2, and number 3 on this list, her main goal is to talk about marginalization. Since 2007, Monáe has been working on a 7-part concept series called Metropolis, which is inspired by the 1927 silent film of the same name. Monáe's concept tells the story of Sydney Mayweather, an android in the year 2719 who's been sentenced to disassembly for falling in love with a human. While on the run, she's sent back in time to free the rest of the android population from the dystopian government that subjects them all to pretty hardcore social stratification. I did that all in one breath. Her albums The Archandroid and The Electric Lady are also part of the Metropolis series. Not only is it an interesting story in itself, but Monáe addresses the part of the android as the other, and it's meant to stand for any kind of oppressed group, whether it's based on gender, sexual orientation, race, or what have you. Even with the music she does outside of the Metropolis concept series, like the song Yoga, which came out earlier this year, it's just fun and insanely catchy. You should watch the video. She still talks about important social justice issues, like body policing. And she doesn't just talk about it in her music. She walks the walk. Literally. Number 4, intersectional feminist and social justice advocate. While using her concerts and social media presence to talk about issues like gender equality, she's also a very vocal supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement. She and the rest of Wonderland Records led a rally and peaceful protest march in Philadelphia on August 12th, which was the first stop on their tour to promote their new collaborative album, The Ethos. They did similar demonstrations on each stop on their tour: New York City, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, and Atlanta. She and the other Wonderland artists also released a song called Hell You Talmbout the day after their first Black Lives Matters demonstration. It's 6 minutes long, and it implores the listener to say the names of the black men and women who have been killed by police. Number 5, her signature look. Janelle Monáe is almost always seen wearing black and white, and usually a suit, which she rocks. There are a few different reasons that she sticks to this consistent look. Monáe grew up being very familiar with the working class, as her grandmother, mother, father, and stepfather were and are part of the working class. She sees her black and white suit as a uniform, because even though she loves what she does, it's still her job. And because she comes from a family that has had to wear uniforms, she wears one to honor them, and also to remind herself who she is and where she came from. So she dresses the way she does because she wants to, something she's not afraid to remind people of. Back in April, there was someone on Twitter who basically said that her suits are dumb and that she needs to be more sexy. This guy was using a rather narrow definition of the word sexy, if you ask me. She responded by telling him, "Sit down. I'm not for male consumption." It's an awesome way to defy gender norms and challenge what kind of clothing women are expected to wear and how feminine women are supposed to look. Finally, she's empowering. Her music videos and songs don't focus on the sexualization of the female body. And do not misunderstand me. I am not shaming women who confidently showcase their sexuality as their own in an industry where it is the norm to objectify them. And if I had a body like Nicki or Beyonce, you can bet I'd wear something like this all the time. But Janelle Monáe is a breath of fresh air in a music industry saturated and obsessed with sex. Her music tells stories about equality and consensual sex and self-love and joy and revolution and her childhood, just fun and nice things. Most of the people in her videos are people of color, and they're shown in a way that is not exploitative. In a business that portrays Black people as these wild and sexual objects, to see them as people in Janelle's work is wonderful and refreshing. When she was chosen to be a cover girl, she made sure to stress that CoverGirl wanted her for how she looked, not because they wanted her to change. This has nothing to do with empowerment, but she also likes Star Wars. In her music and in real time, she encourages people to be themselves even when it makes other people uncomfortable. And there's just so much more about her that is so interesting and super cool and awesome, but I'm trying to keep this video a little shorter than usual. So by all means, listen to her music, look at what she's doing. It's awesome. She's awesome. If you're already familiar with Janelle Monáe, is there something that I didn't mention in the video that you love about her? What women of color do you look up to? Let me know in the comments! Subscribe to our channel for videos every week. Electric ladies out there, like this video. The princess will see you next week. Oh my god. My boyfriend just texted me to tell me that there's a 3-foot rattlesnake in his job's parking lot. Oh my god.